Hi everyone, Sakafusi here. I decided to make a video about Fantasy Champions League. I don't know if I'll be making content for this game throughout the season, because honestly I don't have time to make a model and data analysis as I am doing for Fantasy Premier League, and I don't want to invest too much time into it. I mostly play it for fun. But since I spent several hours today trying to find the cheapest players in every position to build my team, I thought I'd make a short video to share them with you and hopefully save you some time. So let's get straight to the point, starting with the goalkeepers. There are only two goalkeepers who are nailed starters for their teams and cost just 4 million, Dominik Kotarski of Copenhagen and Luis Jr. of Villarreal. So if you want a cheap goalkeeper to complete your roster, one of these two is probably your best option. Moving on to defenders. First, let me explain my selection criteria. I looked for players who are cheap, are expected to start regularly for their team this season, and also posted good numbers last year. Let's start with Rodinei from Olympiacos, who costs only 4 million. He was a starter all last season, one of the team's best players, and he managed 4 goals and 13 assists, which is an incredible return for a defender. But we need to be a bit careful here. Last season Olympiacos had some injury issues, often lacking a right winger, so Rodinei ended up playing further forward as a winger in some matches. That's why his attacking numbers were so high. This year, Olympiacos strengthened heavily in that position, so don't expect him to repeat those numbers. Still, he's an attacking right-back, and at this price it's hard to find a nailed starter who offers more. Next is Sergio Cardona from Villarreal. He's their starting fullback, costs only 4 million, and last season he recorded 1 goal and 7 assists. Another attacking defender, cheap and nailed. In my opinion, these two are the only defenders worth considering in the true budget category. Both are nailed, very cheap, and can contribute going forward. Let's move to midfield. First up, Magnus Akliouche from Monaco. He costs just 5 million and last season delivered 7 goals and 12 assists, and it looks like he'll be a regular starter this year. Then we have Alex Berenguer from Athletic Bilbao, also priced at 5 million. He had 6 goals and 10 assists last season across all competitions. Another from Bilbao is Sancet, who costs 5.5 million. He scored 17 goals and added 3 assists last season. In my opinion, he's the top budget pick in midfield. If I had to choose just one budget midfielder, it would be him. Next we have Guus Til from PSV, priced at 5.5 million. Last season he scored 13 goals and provided 15 assists. His numbers are even better than the others we mentioned, but keep in mind he was playing in the Dutch league, which is less competitive than La Liga or League One. That said, his stats are still very impressive and he's definitely worth a look as a budget midfielder. Now to the forwards. First is another Olympiacos player, Ayoub El Kaabi, who costs 6 million. Last season he scored 27 goals and provided 7 assists. Over the past 2 years he's been the club's main striker, finishing top scorer in the Conference League when Olympiacos won it, and if I'm not mistaken, he was also the Europa League's top scorer last season, even though Olympiacos were knocked out in the round of 16. The only potential downside is that Olympiacos signed Mehdi Taremi from Inter, which could create competition for minutes. Still, I think Taremi would need to do something exceptional to take El Kaabi's spot in the starting lineup. Next is Elias Akuri, priced at just 5 million. He only managed 2 goals and 5 assists last season for Copenhagen, but at this price point he's one of the very few nailed forwards. I'd only consider him if I absolutely needed a rock-bottom striker and had no budget left to upgrade the position. Finally, we have Victor Osimhen. He's not really a budget pick at 7.5 million, unlike the others on this list, but I think he's worth a mention. Last season he scored 37 goals and added 8 assists across all competitions, insane numbers. We know he's world-class, so if you have spare budget and want to invest more up front, he could be a great choice. Another reason I included him is that the rest of the budget forwards I found just aren't that convincing. Honestly, I don't expect either El Kaabi or Akuri to score more than 1 or 2 goals in the Champions League this year. Now let me show you the actual team I've built to start the season. In goal I have Raya and Luis Jr. I decided to combine a premium goalkeeper with a budget one. I picked Raya because we know from previous seasons and also this one that Arsenal are defensively solid and don't concede many goals. Plus, Raya is one of the cheaper premium keepers at 5.5 million, compared to others at 6. On the other side, Luis Jr., as I said earlier, is one of the 2 cheap nailed keepers, and I went with him over Kotarski because I think Villarreal are a stronger team than Copenhagen. In defense, I've gone with 4 premium picks and 1 budget option. My premiums are Hakimi, Frimpong, Dumfries, and Calafiori. Calafiori is Arsenal's starting defender and costs just 4.5 million, so to me it's obvious that he should be picked. Hakimi, Frimpong, and Dumfries are all very attacking players, so I expect some attacking returns from them. My budget defender is Cardona, who I prefer over Rodinei because I think Villarreal are a better side than Olympiacos. In midfield I've gone for 2 premium players and 3 budget picks. My premiums are Salah and Rafinha, 2 players you already know very well, capable of scoring at any moment. Initially I had Yamal in my draft, but since he's confirmed injured, I swapped him out for Salah. Salah hasn't started the season strongly with Liverpool, but he's a proven asset and I thought it made sense to start with him, then later replace him with Yamal once he returns, if Salah's poor form continues. As for the budget mids, I've gone with my favorite cheap option, Sancet, alongside Guus Til from PSV and Akliouche from Monaco. Finally, in attack I've chosen 2 premiums and 1 budget striker. I went for the 2 best forwards in the world, Haaland and Mbappe, and I've completed the line with Kaabi from Olympiacos. This squad leaves me with 1.5 million in the bank. The reason I kept that money aside is that Osimhen is currently injured, but once he returns, I plan to immediately swap Kaabi for Osimhen. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I'm not sure if I'll be making more content for Fantasy Champions League, but if you enjoyed this and would like to see more, show your support with comments, likes, and subscribes, and I'll consider making more videos. Thanks again, good luck with your teams, and of course if you have any questions, drop them in the comments.